Hi, I'm Lindsay and I'm a 30-year-old that wears a full upper traditional denture. This is my permanent denture. I did wear an immediate denture for 9 months before I got my permanent denture. Now, I did just receive this 3 weeks ago, but it just doesn't fit as snug as I was hoping it would, and I'm having issues with food getting under it, liquid getting under it. I am scheduled for a hard reline, but it's a few weeks away, so I figured that this would be the perfect opportunity to try DentureFit. DentureFit is a silicone material. It is not an adhesive that sticks to your gums. This sticks on your dentures and it can last months safely, and it acts as a soft reline. It basically is filling all of those void spots in your ill-fitting denture, and it helps you have a stronger suction to be able to eat the foods that you want to eat and to not have food and drink get up under your denture, because that's so incredibly annoying. So as you can see, my denture isn't falling. It's just not as snug as I want it to be. So this is going to be a temporary product, a temporary fix per se, until I can get into the dentist and get a hard reline done. I just want to mention that again. It does say on the box for temporary use only. Long-term use of over-the-counter reliners may cause problems that require correction by a dental professional. So this, along with the other products on the market to help reline your denture, is a temporary fix until you can, it's upside down, be seen by your dentist for a professional hard reline. That is the best thing for your jawbone. Have the hard acrylic up against your gums so you're not having tons of movement. If it fits properly, that's where products like this can come in handy if your denture does not fit properly until you can be seen by the dentist. Let's put this in. Let's do this together. This is my very first time using DentureFit, and we're going to give it a shot together and go through all the steps. So since this denture is in my mouth, it is not sanitary, so I'm going to take it out. I'm going to clean it. I'm going to basically clean it with a Polydent 3-minute cleaning tablet. I'm going to clean it with Dawn dish soap, and then I'm going to make sure that it is thoroughly dry. Every nook and cranny. I'm actually going to take the hair dryer to it after I towel dry it and just make sure it's super dry. Once it's super dry, I'm going to put I'm going to use like an rubbing alcohol pad and make sure that every bit of moisture is off of the denture. Otherwise the primer isn't going to work. The silicone isn't going to stick to the denture if there's any moisture. At this point, the denture has been thoroughly cleaned, thoroughly dried, and we're dipping the swab in the primer, putting the lid right back on so it doesn't evaporate. And you're trying to work this process rather quickly. You're getting the primer everywhere you want the silicone to stick, the inside of the denture, the sidewall, the trough, and then up just a little bit around the edges in case you have spillover. We are done with the primer step, so we are going to hold this with our non-dominant hand, and then we're only twisting the clear cap until it clicks. We're going to go 3 very small lines. Steve did say that I could put in and just bite down. So my bite is correct, and now we're going to hold it there. Four minutes. Okay, so I've just been sitting here for the 4 minutes, and I've just been biting down, like naturally where the teeth bite. This is my second take. The first time I had the midline off, I had to remove the silicone, so I just didn't want to like mess up the midline again. And I spoke with Steve, and he said that it was okay to just bite down. So that's what I did the whole time, and hopefully it's good. So let's take it out and see. Okay, so you can see the silicone. I had a little bit of spillover in the back. Perfectly, I have a filter on, but perfectly through the midline this time. It feels absolutely great this time, but I'm going to take them out and let them do the 2 hours of curing time, and then I will trim the excess off, and we should be good. Just wanted to show you again with the filter off the DentureFit. You can see it here. It is the clear stuff. So it looks like I needed a little bit there, and this is where I'm getting food in really badly. So you can see how there's a little more on this side than there even is on this side. That's what's great about products like this, is it's literally molding and, you know, flowing into the spots where I need that extra support. So we're gonna let this cure for 2 hours, and I'll be back to trim this part off in the back. In 2 hours, I've showered. My DentureFit has been sitting in my denture. I have a spot here that needs to be trimmed off, and then it actually came out right between the 2 front teeth here. So let's open up these scissors and we're going to trim it together. We're just going to trim it as close to the denture as we can get it And these scissors kind of have a side that curve, you know, a little bit backwards, and that's, I put the curve towards the denture, if that makes sense. I don't know if you can see that little bit of a curve. There's still a little bit there that needs to come off. Okay. I think that looks good, and that feels good. So we're gonna go to the front. I don't want to peel it too much, but I just want to lift that a little bit, and we're gonna trim it off. Okay, I trimmed it off. If you can see, I took it up off of the teeth. And it feels so incredibly snug. I think that I'm gonna love this. Sorry, I got cut off. It feels so snug. It feels so nice.
Mommy,
I'm super excited to see how they hold up. It's a good fit. It's a good fit. Go check out DentureFit. I've been really happy with this process.